It's all covered in today's China Truths.
There have been frequent reports that the Chinese Communist Party, CCP, is tightening control over citizens attempting to leave the country. According to online accounts, Xiamen, Fujian province, was abruptly shut down overnight. All exit routes from the city were reportedly blocked, and several high-end residential compounds were placed under quiet surveillance. Numerous individuals preparing to leave the country were summoned for questioning at local police stations. One professor at Xiamen University allegedly lost contact with friends after posting, "I would rather die than live without freedom." As panic spread, a growing number of middle and upper-class residents in Xiamen began expressing deep concern. Some netizens speculated, if this is true, it could expand nationwide. The city's lockdown came without any prior notice, warning, or official explanation. On June 30th, the X-platform account Luguang Yuyi shared a video featuring Sister Breaking News, who stated, "Do you know what it means to quietly shut down a city? It's not a pandemic, not a natural disaster. Just a city silently cutting off every escape route overnight. No notice, no warning, no explanation. This is Xiamen." She continued, "This is the most chilling urban crisis of 2025. No fire, no smoke, just cold suppression. Some say it's a modern siege, but the ones trapped aren't criminals or rebels. They're ordinary families who simply wanted to leave the country." The incident reportedly occurred late on a weekend in June 2025. Many Xiamen residents received early morning text messages stating that entry-exit services were suspended due to system upgrades. Within minutes, airport exit counters were shut down, customs operations halted, and even shipping terminals began clearing out. A departing ship was stopped under the pretext of a technical inspection. By the next morning, all exit channels from the city had effectively been paralyzed. Authorities began inspecting upscale neighborhoods, suspending passports, and questioning residents preparing to travel abroad. A Taiwanese businessman shared online that he was stopped while taking his child to school and was asked if he was leaving the country. Officers even checked the navigation history on his phone. Screenshots of what appeared to be internal notices later circulated online, showing that Xiamen's exit and entry approval processes had been frozen across all departments. Special attention was reportedly given to individuals applying for immigration or overseas travel, with their data synchronized with the public security system. In the following days, many wealthy and middle-class residents panicked as they discovered their passports could no longer be issued, and previously approved foreign exchange transactions were frozen. In a more alarming turn, several people scheduled to leave the country received sudden calls from local police, requesting a talk. Upon arrival, they were questioned not only about their travel plans, but also about their ID cards, WeChat chat history, financial transfers, and visa applications. Questions included, "Are you going abroad? Are you in contact with anyone overseas? Is your child studying abroad?" This was not limited to a few isolated cases. Several executives in Xiamen's tech and manufacturing sectors reported that dozens of employees with overseas backgrounds had their phones confiscated, and company servers subjected to technical inspections. Some claimed that, as long as you show any intention to emigrate, your data can be flagged and you'll be placed on a government monitoring list. Sending children to study abroad, visa in hand but unable to leave, families on the verge of collapse. Overnight, all major immigration agencies in Xiamen abruptly ceased operations. One well-known agency specializing in overseas emigration was shut down, its doors sealed, and its business license revoked. The owner of another European and American immigration agency reportedly fled, taking all of the client's money and personal information with him. This isn't simply a crackdown on illegal intermediaries. Behind it appears to be a systematic and deliberate effort to block people from leaving. Wealthy individuals with million-yuan annual incomes, foreign green cards, and overseas assets have become key targets in this sweeping campaign. Residents in Xiamen's upscale Guanyinshan neighborhood reportedly went silent overnight. In WeChat groups, people warned each other, "Don't speak, don't comment, don't become the next example." Some middle-class families who had secured visas to send their children abroad nearly broke down after discovering they could no longer leave the country. It's also rumored that a senior executive from a major real estate developer in Xiamen was invited for tea by authorities, accused of facilitating capital outflows and immigration arrangements. His entire family was said to have obtained foreign citizenship, and now even short-term travel requires prior approval. Observers say this is no longer an isolated case, but a broader effort to block the exit of the city's elite. Official news has been completely censored. A Xiamen University professor disappeared after posting, "No freedom, no life." Currently, a search for Xiamen immigration lockdown on Baidu yields almost no results. On WeChat, Weibo, and Douyin, posts related to Xiamen's exit restrictions were wiped overnight, accounts suspended, content deleted, and comment sections locked. One professor at Xiamen University reportedly wrote in his WeChat moments, "No freedom, no life." Shortly after, his account was banned, his phone confiscated, and he went missing. What's even more chilling is that many Taiwanese, Hong Kongers, and foreign nationals living in Xiamen also admitted, "This wave is too strong. Even we don't dare to speak out." Some representatives of American companies based in Xiamen have even chosen to terminate their partnerships early and leave the region altogether. Xiamen has become a giant black box. Outsiders have no idea what's happening inside, and those inside don't dare to speak. Quit the job, sell the house, buy the ticket, still can't leave the country. The most devastated victims of Xiamen's lockdown aren't the ultra-rich or the working poor, but the middle class. Over the past few years, they scraped together modest wealth through foreign trade, tech, or finance, and many made the tough decision to send their children abroad. They applied for visas, exchanged currency, bought plane tickets, packed their bags, only to find themselves suddenly unable to leave. Can you imagine that moment? Flights booked, house listed for sale, children's schools overseas already contacted. Then, a phone call from the community office. "You are on a restricted list. You are temporarily barred from leaving the country." Some had already quit their jobs and sold their homes. Now they're trapped in limbo. Ming, a sales manager at a machinery export company in Xiamen, posted online, "My family of 3 applied for Canadian investment immigration. We were supposed to fly today, but this morning we were summoned to the police station for questioning. I was shocked." Others failed quietly. Too afraid to speak up, they've been forced to stay silent, find new jobs, rent apartments, and rebuild a broken life from scratch. Some netizens mockingly call them the new disabled class, because if the middle class can't leave, they've truly lost everything. Even Xiamen's working class and government employees are caught in the storm. This crackdown has reached the city's lowest levels. As foreign capital pulls out, orders at local electronics and manufacturing plants have plummeted. Layoffs are widespread. Dormitories once crowded with workers are now empty. Some landlords have posted signs, "Rent renewals for Xiamen locals only. Outsiders, don't bother." This isn't just policy, it's exclusion in action. More and more workers are losing their jobs overnight, left without income or shelter. One couple from Putian, Fujian, broke down crying while holding their child at night. "The boss ran away. We haven't been paid in 3 months. Now we can't even afford the bus fare home." Xiamen is no longer a city of opportunity. It's a hollow shell of surface prosperity and internal collapse. Even civil servants are feeling the chill. One government worker in a Xiamen district lamented in a private chat group, "I used to think the system was the safest place. Now I realize, if you have any overseas ties, you could be targeted anytime." According to rumors, a local street office official's family had emigrated in advance, but now even he must apply for permission to travel, and his phone has been searched from top to bottom. A senior executive at a state-owned enterprise was summoned for a tea talk after transferring assets via a Hong Kong account. In today's Xiamen, it doesn't matter who you are. If you want to leave, you're labeled sensitive. And no, this isn't a war zone in the Middle East. This is Xiamen, Fujian, Dragon Country, 2025. This blockade isn't spontaneous. It was planned. The most terrifying thing about a country is not poverty, but when it begins to fear that people will leave. In the past year, Shenzhen, Guangzhou, Fuzhou, Ningbo, Shanghai, Suzhou, and other major coastal cities have successively launched actions to combat capital flight and tighten exit reviews. But Xiamen is the most ruthless. This knife cuts off all the exits from the entire city. People can't leave, money can't be transferred, words can't be spoken, and even dreams can't be dreamed. The whistleblower finally said, "The most terrifying thing about a country is not poverty, but when it begins to fear people leaving. When foreign capital withdraws, factories are empty, the rich are afraid, the middle class collapses, and the lower class is desperate. What is left of Xiamen? A shell of a city by the sea with countless people locked inside."
Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. We will keep reporting on the COVID surge in China, so don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell to get the latest videos. And thank you for tuning in.